Yes, we are at it again today. Good evening, everybody. Today I have with me in the studio one of African finest, a very dear friend of mine. He's the founder of so many other crypto platforms. He's done well for himself. Today, like I always tell my audience, anytime I bring things to you guys, my desire for you is to do well in anything you do, whether it's cryptocurrency, real estate, whatever field, being an employee to somebody or being an employer. My desire is for you to make wealth. My desire is for you to do the real thing. So most time I bring people to this platform is actually to educate you or to hear people's stories so that you can relate on other people's story. You see what they've done, how they did it, where they failed, how they corrected their errors, and how they're still sailing. So today with me, I have in the studio my dear friend Ayobami Obafemi, all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. So he's going to be telling us his story, what he has done so far. And trust me, this is not going to be his last. We're going to bring him more time. He's going to be coming on and on. Thank you, sir, for coming. And we're honored to have you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So basically, I want you to tell my audience today who is Ayobami Obafemi. What is your name, your background, and what you do currently?
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. My name is Ayobami Obafemi. I trained as a marketer. I studied marketing in the university, and I've worked for a couple of years, multinational companies, and I rose to uh, pick up my career, becoming a national sales manager or a country manager, as some companies will call it, uh, in the course of my career. I worked for about 15 years in total, but in 2016 something changed, and that was when I delved into cryptocurrencies. All right, cryptocurrency for me is been a it comes for me with a kind of mixed feeling because when we started, when I started in 2016, even though I had opportunity to start earlier than that, and that was in 2010 when a friend of mine reached out to me from the UK that I should go and buy Bitcoin. Unfortunately, at that time, I didn't know what Bitcoin was. I could
Mhm.
not lay a finger, on anywhere to buy, unlike what we have today. And I think the only exchange that was um, around that time is closed now. What's the name of this exchange now? So it was the only one, but then we do not know how and to navigate all of these things. And maybe I used to make jest of myself that maybe if the guy had told me bits, if he didn't put, maybe I'd have tried to find a way around it. Because for me, when you put coin, I remember there were 1 naira, 10 kobo, 50 kobo, all of that. What do I want to do with that? So I just brushed it. I didn't bother myself. But in 2016, when a friend of mine again reached out to me that, Ayo, let's take a look at cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, the billion coin, and all of that. Okay, what is
Mhm.
this coin thing that they are talking about? I think it's high time I
Mhm.
started looking at it. So I looked at it. That was in May 2020, uh,
2016.
2016. In May
Mhm.
2016, I looked at it, and then I was like, okay, this thing. I attended a few trainings, few presentations here and there. But in every new technology, that we have the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we have the
Sure.
real, the fake, and all of that. So unfortunately, I started with the fake. All right, and I published a whole lot of money. Yes, for some I made money, but for many I lost money. Okay, so but then something happened along the way in 2016, and that made me, leave my job. I left my job. I joined the company Yamaha as head of sales power product in May 2nd. On May 2nd, I joined them. And by November that same year, I was out. I left the
Mm.
company, yes, because what they were to pay me gross in a year, I made it in 3 months in cryptocurrencies.
Oh,
And I was like,
you sacked your boss.
if I had to sack my boss because I looked at it that if I could do this much within a very short period of time, if I
I
dedicate
remember
more
that.
time, then I'm going to do more. Okay, so that was how I became. In fact, at the time I resigned, I couldn't tell my wife. I did it, head on. And the day I resigned, I was going home. I had, of course, dropped the company, official vehicles, and everything. On my way, I branched in a dealer's shop. I bought a car, and I went home.
Mhm.
Right,
Wow.
and that was the journey
Wow.
started for me. That was how the journey.
I like that.
Yes,
That's so beautiful. So with your background as a marketer, so you kind of have a foreknowledge of marketing, because I always tell people in life was selling something. Somebody is selling something.
absolutely,
Is that you're selling knowledge, you must be selling something.
absolutely.
We're in a marketplace. Life is itself is a
Yeah,
marketplace. So I think you will be the best person to answer this question for me. In cryptocurrencies, tender, there's a lot of risk factor, and people are so scared. Like you said, you started from the very bad notes. You started with loss, but you're still in it. So what do you think? What kind of advice, like a 3 bullet points, like somebody that's watching you and me today, I say, okay, I want to do this, but so many story. Oh, some people lost their money. Some people was the word we use rock pull, but people don't understand. You have to be in the system to understand the word rock pull. So 3 bullet point for somebody that's hungry, that is thinking. Because yesterday somebody sent me a message, man. I want to learn cryptocurrency. I was like, I didn't even know have a question. I didn't even have an answer to her. So can you help me answer her?
okay, all right,
What is there for her?
all right, good.
Yeah.
So for anybody that is listening or that is watching this right now, number one, if you think cryptocurrency is what, or the space that you want to operate, of course, those of us that we are there, we don't have two heads, do we? We do not have two heads. The only thing is, number one, you must first of all see the opportunity in it for you. What is the opportunity in it? What are you trying to achieve? What is your why? Until I was able to
Mhm.
define my why, I was not able to, make any significant move in the crypto space. So, what is your why? When you know your why, there's a proverb that says your speed in life is determined by what is pursuing you.
When she's
If
chasing
a
you,
snail is chasing you, you can scroll. If a
biggest
cheetah is
first one.
coming, then you have to run as fast as you can. Okay, so why
True, true,
is one of
true.
the major things that would put you in the right perspective. Then number two, you must be ready to learn. You must be very much ready to learn. All right, learning, unlearning, everything. What for some people, their well is being poisoned. They've not even touched
Hmm.
crypto, but they've told them if you go there, you're going to lose your life savings. You're going to do this. It's a scam. It's internet
Hmm.
money and all of that. So based on that, they are living their lives based on another man's experience, based on another man's
Mm.
thoughts. No, it is not so. So all you need to do is first, once your why is defined, then you look at it that, okay, how well can I function in this place? This person has told me this. Then let me do a background check by myself. I give you an example. In 2019, there was a program that came, and that was a defining moment for me. Okay, a program came, and then the program then was called Wings. It was a crypto project. They had their blockchain, supposedly. They had their tokens. They came with fantastic projects and all of that. A trading platform. And then we started trading with them. I committed 40,000 USD.
Ooh.
40,000. As a matter of fact, that money was meant for us to buy a house in Lagos. Myself and my
Wow.
wife. Our savings total. So the moment my wife traveled from her office, she traveled to Netherlands for on official assignment. While she was
I took advantage of the
While
money.
while she was there, I plugged in the money. I was like, okay, this money, if we roll it around maybe in another 6 months, we could have something else. And then
Yeah.
we buy the house, we are going to furnish it. So I was just thinking, you know, I was like, okay, so let's put it. I told my wife, although I told her, she said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yes." Okay, because I already checked with one other expert, supposed expert, from Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and I put in the money. Madam, in 3 weeks, that money vanished. Through my very eyes. 3 weeks. As a matter of fact,
Oh my
money,
God.
I had 20,000 units of Binance chain coins.
Wow.
20
20,000 units of Binance chain coin.
Binance chain, 20,000 units that I
20,000 units of Binance chain coin is
It's
crazy
crazy
right
right now.
now.
When Binance chain went to all-time high in 2021 at $690, that was supposed to give me $18.6 million. Had it been outside.
It went to the wind. So this,
What-
you see what we're talking. This is where people are scared of.
exactly.
You see, your risk tolerance is
Right.
high. Some people don't
I
have
agree.
that. How? What do we tell them?
Okay.
They shouldn't do
For
it.
me, so what I did after that experience was I summoned courage. I told my wife it has happened. We have to move on. I need to look for something. I didn't have 1 naira to my name at that time anymore. I
Wow.
was grounded. The only thing I had was my car. So
Hmm.
I the incident happened on a Saturday, and then on Monday, after I dropped my wife at work, I went to camp to go and pray and ask God for forgiveness. God I did not invite to the program when I was
Yes.
going in.
When you were starting, you brought him to the middle.
So I went. Unfortunately, I got to the back. I couldn't sleep because I didn't sleep for like 2 days back to back. I got to the altar. I slept. The only thing I knew was there was peace in my spirit, and I, went back home.
That's true.
So my way, so many ideas were running through my mind, and then it popped in my head that come, don't you think you are going to try farming? Maybe you farm this, you farm that. But when I looked at everything, in all honesty, everything still came back to crypto. Then I said, okay, I need to approach this differently going forward. So I reached out to a friend that I met in one of the blockchain conferences I attended in Dubai 2018. I reached out to him. He's a Japanese, he does not speak English, but we are talking with Google Communicator. And then he now
Mm.
told me, he said, Ayo, you know what? You want to make money? Go and register with institutes. So he suggested about 8 institutes, for me. I streamlined it to 7, going by their, results and track records and all of that. So when I looked at the fee to join this institute, I needed 14.8 million naira. And here I am,
Wow.
I don't have 1 naira I can call my own. So what did I do? I went to bank. I went to my bank and I told them I needed a loan. Let me start with one institute first and see how the thing turned out. My bank told me, yes, yeah, your account is very good, robust, but then you are not a salary earner, so we can't give you money. I reached out to a friend who happened to be a regional manager in that bank. From his personal funds, he loaned me 2.5 million, which I used to pay
Wow.
for the first institute then. And then I went to another friend of mine who worked with another bank. That one else told me I should bring my statement from the other bank to them. They will give me money. So they loaned me 2 million in 48 hours. I put everything into the report
Wow.
I got from that. Of course, I reached out to friends, but people does not associate with failures. They cannot because they see
True.
you have failed over
True.
and over and over. They will just, oh boy, I don't have money
They're
to.
scared.
They're scared. I don't have money to waste. So after like 7 weeks, the money I took as loan in the other bank to buy the crypto projects that was given from the report I had went and do
Mm.
times 8. So
Wow.
in 7 weeks, I quietly paid off all my debts and I had change. Then all my friends, allies that I've reached out to for us to put money together and join those institutes, when they saw the result, they started coming. And then I was able to lay it down. This is how these things go and all of that. Everybody choose your own. So if For me, it is, you want to do crypto. Number one, you don't attach your emotions to it. Madam, you know how many
To
things we
it.
have done, and then our results. Some near misses, some we have done very well, and all of that. I mean, you don't have emotions attached to crypto. Once that is clear, then you can go very far. And then you are patient. You are patient, no emotions. You have people can make money without investing 1 naira in crypto. Just today, an
True.
airdrop was done, and I just checked my value of airdrop.
Hmm.
Free money, $2,600.
Wow,
That's a
and that's
lot.
a lot considering
I
naira
change
to
it to
dollar
naira
rate.
today is a lot of. I'm a big boy in Lagos. If I change money,
I
money is not
know.
out of my pocket. They just
I
gave me
know.
for free. Okay, and I have
I
people
know.
in this space that have built houses from free money,
True.
drive cars on free money. Then you should be able.
True.
The only thing is put in the work, and then the result will show.
Awesome. Awesome. This is so very clear. I took some very key facts from what you said. So I have one more question for you, or more questions will come. But this one is like as a financial educator, you already explained to us the norms and the cons of cryptocurrency. To tell anybody that cryptocurrency is all win-win-win,
Yeah,
that's the wrong notion. Because you must muzzle the stomach or have the appetite to absorb
absolutely.
risk because you're going to be some losses. So if you are not the business in quotes, some people just tell you, no, I don't want stress. I like my 9 to 5. So definitely I can say categorically that this space is not for
Yeah.
you if you can't take risk. Because I tell some people, this is not financial advice. I always do my disclaimer. Invest what you can afford to lose. And if you're not interested in this, please do not come here. Because definitely you're going to lose some money. But if you're also not ready to get the educational part of it, because there's a part to it, if you're not ready to sit down, do some research, you're not ready to go through the system of somebody leading you, you're still going to fall a victim of
Absolutely.
loss. You may have some win, but
Not
you may have
losses.
more loss. So today we're going to be looking at, I'm going to ask you a question about policy, because this is a serious factor. In the US, I live in the US currently. One of the reasons Americans are protecting their citizens is this system of loss, massive loss. So, what is your thought on policy? Do you think policy is a good thing for cryptocurrency, regulations, or do you think, because a lot of people think cryptocurrency is a way for the bad guys, people that want to do bad stuff? They forgot. I always tell people the trail in cryptocurrency, if you know, you won't even touch it. They can trail transactions I've done some
Absolutely.
thousands years on
Absolutely.
blockchain. So don't. It's not a bad guy thing. But what do you think about regulation?
Okay.
Would it be a way to help the system so that more people will want to try instead of leaving it for those that have large hearts like you that can take all those big risks? So, what's
All
your
right.
thoughts
Thank
on
you. So
policy?
for policy is there to strengthen cryptocurrency as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Money cannot, be floating. It is not. It is not possible. The government will not even allow it. Okay, because whether we like it or not, they are the custodian of currencies, of money, anywhere in the world. All right, and that's why we have the central bank, across board. Okay. And for cryptocurrency to really, really get, to the mainstream, regulations must come. If there is no regulations, the likes of BlackRock, the likes of all these ETFs that were approved recently would not have been. Okay, it is for there must be structure. You cannot, whatever money you make, whether we like it or not, a certain percentage of it goes back to the government in terms of taxes and all of that.
Mhm.
So in as much as we want cryptocurrency, yes, it has come to stay. There's no doubt about that. And then the government themselves, they've seen that it's a sink or swim. It's not a thing they can kill anymore. So it's a question of everybody, all stakeholders coming together and to align, you know, then we with regulations in place to correct all the anomalies. Of course, even fiat money is used by the men on the other world, underworld as well. It's not only cryptocurrency. The only
Mhm.
thing is that yes, with crypto is faster. Some persons are illiterate and they believe that transaction cannot be tracked. Is a lie. There is no transaction as long as it's on chain that cannot be tracked. From your IP address, they know. That's why you see hackers, when they hack big exchanges, their wallets are blacklisted, and that money they will not be able to spend it. They will blacklist the wallet, the money won't be able to, go out of that wallet. So if there is no track, if it is not possible, if it's possible for people to do transaction, and then you feel that so far it is crypto, it is gone, it is not gone. No. Some is not gone. No. Except for people that does not really know how to, they don't
They don't
understand.
understand.
So
Mhm.
regulation is needed in this space to sanitize the space. Then we have so many people
True.
that come in the name of they want to do a project, they will do pre-sales, they will do public seed sales, they will do everything, and the project will never launch. I've done two like that. The project never launched, and we pay,
Mm.
I think I did one with $1,000. I did one with about $3,000. Those projects never launched, and nothing. So for all those kind of things, regulation should be in place so that all these things can be checkmate.
True. Also, I'm very happy for that because I'm of the same school of thought with you because with regulation, we'll be able to see more people getting more excited
Right.
about the system. Because right now it looks as if some country is against while some is with. So thank you so much. So what we said so far, what do you think cryptocurrency is? Can you say that cryptocurrency can be favorable both in short term and long term? Because some people want to buy now and flip now and that's it. Or long term, is this something you can pass on to your generation? Is this something that can outlive you?
Absolutely.
Like we all know, some people have lost their
Right.
seed phrase. They can't even access their wallets. Voila.
Right. So for long term and short term, yes, cryptocurrency can be favorable in both ways. All you need to do is, of course, be sure of the project you want to get into, and then when to take your profit. You must have that culture of taking profit. If you want to do short trade, you know that you are swinging. Okay, so you have come in, maybe a project is 0.03, and then you're on 0.08 or 0.1. Some persons will believe it's going to $1, let me hold it. No, for sometimes these projects are, some of them are opportunity coins. They come and they go.
Mhm.
I give you an example. In 2021, I got an opportunity to join a group of Palestinos, all these people from Palestine and
Mhm.
Indians on Charlie.
Mhm.
They charged me, I think, $10,000 to join them then. Uh, what they do basically is they hunt opportunity coins. They are not in blue
Wow.
chip. They don't do anything about Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's none of their business. Opportunity coins. And then I joined them. So they gave me the first coin called Beef. That time I was going to my site. And then by the time I got there, my brother's wife told me, sir, there's a coin that is doing like is on weed on Oddbit of those days. I was like, which coin? Lo and behold, it was Beef. Meanwhile, I bought the coin for three weeks. The first 2 weeks, I bought it with $500. In 2 weeks, my $500 went down to $80. $80.
Whoa.
I went back to the group. I asked the guy, oh boy, what's happening? The coin you asked me to buy, I bought this amount I've put in, and this is what is showing right now. He said I should go and buy more. I was like, is this guy serious right
Whoa.
now? I didn't know I made a mistake. I would have bought additional 500.
You'd have bought more.
Ma, in exactly 1 week after then, Oddbit listed that coin, and within 2 hours, that $80 went to $62,000. Within 2 hours, $80 went to $62,000. By the time I cashed, of course, by the time I saw the parabola, the way it moved, I knew it was coming down. So I cut in, I sold. I was able to get that $59,000 from it. The next coin they gave was Emax, which was for Floyd Mayweather's novelty match in 2021. They created that coin for his match. I got in with 1,000. I came out in a week. I came out with 26,000. Those are
Wow.
opportunities.
Wow. But
They
those
don't
don't
come
come
every day.
every
It's
day.
once in a while. Okay. Of course,
Mhm.
then we have some other coins in the market that if you are good with TA or you know about fundamentals and all that, you can come in maybe 3-4 days a week, 2 weeks, you are out. Those are short-term calls. You don't necessarily need to make 2,000%, 100%, 200%. Sometimes we do 5x, 6x, and all of that, and then we are out. Those are short-term. But then again, where the money is really is in the long term. If you have the
Hmm.
ability to hold,
To hold.
holding is not easy. I must tell you, holding is not. It is
Tempting.
not easy. Very
Very tempting.
tempting. Very tempting. It is sometimes you feel like, should I get out of this? And again, by the time you said a particular coin, maybe you'll be holding it for a very long time. The moment you say you think it's village people that is following you. The moment you sell it,
The day
just
you
start,
said, is the day they start running.
it will just start running. So all you need, you can if you can hold till the market itself do the heavy lifting. By the time the market is doing the heavy lifting for you, you will forget whatever it is, that how long you've been waiting, holding. So for me,
This is so beautiful because most things you are saying I can literally relate personally. We've done some hold and you wish, oh, I
right,
should have sold. So, like I tell people, the story of cryptocurrencies should have, could have,
exactly,
would have. You always like you're bossing around
right.
is a lifestyle. I'm really excited to have you here with us, but I want to have one more question. Again, I keep saying one more. As much as my spirit leads me, I keep asking. Do you think it's possible for cryptocurrency to go zero,
At this point, no,
zero, zero?
it is not. Now, institutions, governments, they are putting their hands into this. It is too late for cryptocurrency to go to zero right now. Now, what we're going to see basically on the long run is cryptocurrencies will be traded on the floor of Wall Street. Right. That is where it is going.
Are we
We're
not
already
already
there,
there?
yeah.
Are we
We're
not
already
already
there.
there? Yes.
After this bull season, like I tell people, after this bull season that we are going to experience, I mean, what we're going to see has never been seen in cryptocurrency before this season. But after this season, the opportunity for common men, to make life-changing gains in crypto may be off because the real guys with the real money are here. They are here already.
Are coming.
They are coming, and they're going to take over. These are the
And those are the
institutions.
institutions,
They are
right?
coming. They are coming to take over the market. Of course, not
Because
they are
they are
building it
building their
serious. The interest is
interest.
already built. They are only consolidating everything right now. Then, by the time these guys come and regulations is fully in place, people that people what people that will be able to do, know your customer KYC on most exchanges, you need your blood and blood sample, your mother's blood sample to do all of those things and all of that. It's not going to be
I get
like
that. I'm so super excited to have you, sir. Thank you so much. This is so well explained because really I am into this. I've been here
right.
for a while. I've known you since 2016. and I've enjoyed some of your good calls. We've had our flaws, we have our own regrets. I remember you gave me a coin that I bought with, how much was it? I bought it at $2,000.
And you ran
I
away.
saw 15,000, I was happy, I ran out. I didn't know that was just the beginning. If I hadn't sold, I
Absolutely.
would be sitting over $1 million today. So those are my
Right.
regrets. And we've also had some of our faults. So like I tell my audience, it's not financial advice, but it's one space. Even if you don't have money,
Right.
like you said, you could start. But are you ready to muzzle the pains, the loss, the regrets, the tears? Imagine a grown man going to church and be sleeping there because he has lost all his money after giving up his job. So are you ready? That's a question for you today. I'm so happy to have you on board. Thank you so much for this. And with time, we're going to be bringing you more and more. But
All
one
right.
last word for my audience. A young you, a younger you today that doesn't have money and is married, do you think this
Absolutely.
can be a sure bet for him
Absolutely.
to take care of his
Absolutely.
family with no capital?
All right.
So
So,
what can he be doing to
okay.
be
So,
different when he
like I
doesn't have
said,
capital?
I have young guys who comes to my office in Lagos today that lives in their own homes. Drive, they drive their own
Hello?
choice of cars in the street on the street of Lagos today, and they started crypto with 0 naira. All right. So cryptocurrency, the first thing is we should know is that cryptocurrency is broad, is very wide. There is a section that is basically airdrops, but then you must
Okay.
be ready to do the work. Because
To
to
do
do
the work.
airdrop is not easy. You must give it, you must invest the time. It is tasking. I wanted to do a couple of airdrops some months ago, and I know I don't have that time. I had to import one of my boys from Owerri to Lagos. I flew him from Owerri to Lagos to come and sleep with me,
Mm.
stay in my house for 3 days. That's what he does. Okay, come. I gave him money. I flew him into Lagos. Come and sit down. We sat down together overnight. When I go, come back overnight.
You did
For
that.
3 days, we're doing airdrops, doing interaction with this, interaction with that. The ones we don't, that is not clear, we go online, read, look at the steps that we have to take and everything. I mean, and when they did some of those airdrops, it paid off well. I've earned $30,000 from airdrop before. I've earned $20,000 from airdrop before. I've earned $50,000 from airdrop before. I've earned $2,000 from today. I just earned $2,600 from airdrop.
I can attest to that because you didn't give me the airdrop, so no
You understand?
problem.
So airdrop is one way anybody that is interested in crypto can start without you having to
That's
spend
that.
money.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to have you. Thank you for coming. Like I tell my audience, what we're here, like our name implied, nurturepreneur. We want to nurture entrepreneur. Entrepreneur means you have an ability to start something that can put food in your table, to bless life, to help your community, and be a good leader to those that look up to you. So thank you so much, Sarah, for coming. We
Thank
look
you.
forward to having you some other time, and we look
Thank you
forward
so
to
much.
greater years ahead. Like you
Yes.
said, this is the defining year,
Thank you
and I
so
wish
much.
you the best of luck
Thank
in
you.
your journey. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Thank you.